Happy Monday, how are you? I hope you've had a really great weekend. I'm just watching the sun come up behind me here, and today I'm going to talk to you about what was a game changer in terms of self-belief for me, and hopefully it will give you some inspiration to have that same game changer. So let's crack on. Welcome to the Rise to Thrive show. I am your host, James Boardman, and if you are coming through, then please do let me know by either leaving a love heart button or in the comments down below. Just I want you to answer this question, is that what would you rate your self-belief today as it stands right now? What would you rate your self-belief out of 10? 10 being really good, 0 being very low. You're not allowed to score yourself 7. All right, so I think it must have been in 1998. I was trying to work out the date of it when I was planning for this session, and I think it must have been 1998. Now, through school I wasn't very academic. I was very poor. Kept on distracting by messing around in class. I was a teacher's worst nightmare, to be honest. And I never really got around to doing very well at school. It's not my environment, it's not my thing. So I left with one GCSE. I scraped one GCSE at the time. And just kind of went on to do like a travel and tourism course at college. And come out of that, and I just bummed around from job to job. You know, I was a labourer, landscape gardener. I was just McDonald's. I was just jumping from job to job. I was really going nowhere, and I wasn't really going in any direction. You know, there was nothing planned. I knew I wanted to do well at something, but I just didn't know what at that age. And as a 19-year-old, self-belief was rock bottom then. So guys, just coming in, if you're just joining us, what we're talking about is self-belief, building self-belief. What I've asked guys to do in the comments below is just score your self-belief as it stands today, out of 10, 10 being great, 0 being poor, no 7s, okay? So do that for me in the comments, let me know where you're at. Yeah, so I was going really nowhere, and my mum persuaded me to actually go back to college in the evening and do my maths and English. And maths lasted 3 months. I just didn't get it. I'm never going to get maths. You know, I know what I need to do in terms of running a business, but like back then, I just couldn't get my head around the systems. So I quit, and I carried on English though, and I was on the foundational phase. So the best grade that I could have got was a C. It was a C grade, and I remember going into the exam thinking, well, I'm not really going to get anything here. So I just ended up just like rattling through the exam quite openly and honestly. And I didn't really think anything of it. I just thought it's just going to be the same. And then 4 weeks later, I ended up getting my certificate through and I got a C. And it felt like getting an A because it was the top grade that I could possibly get, right? And I suddenly, immediately thought, God, I could really do something here. And getting that C really showed me, or gave me an eye-opening, that I was actually good enough. That I didn't really have to doubt myself. I used to think I was quite thick, and that's how I used to. That's the self-image I had of myself. That I was just thick, and I was going to be nothing growing up through life. And that C really altered the way that I thought of myself. And it's funny how something so small and so simple could just really all like change your path or your way of thinking. Because from that I thought, do you know what, I want to do a hospitality and catering management course. So I applied to go back to college, and I went back to college full time for 2 years, and I absolutely smashed it and got distinction on my course. From top of the course, I was like, it was incredible. It was a great atmosphere. It was great feeling, you know, going back to college and having some purpose and direction. And that led me on to going off to work. I think some of you have read my second book, Remember the Mission. Went on to become an operations kind of like store manager for McDonald's. And I used to run a £6 million store. Do you know what I mean? And if I hadn't done that, GCSE and I hadn't got that C, I often think where I'd be right now. You know, I'd often think about what I would be doing, because I wouldn't have had the confidence to go back to college to retrain. And often I think every single day today in our lives, I meet many guys that want to change the way that they live their life. they're unhappy with the way that they live their life. They're unhappy with the direction that they're going, if they have any direction whatsoever, right? And we end up in this cycle of thought process that I want to change, this is how I could change, don't have the confidence to change. And I think that confidence obviously comes from an inner self-belief, mental and emotional self-belief about what we're capable of. Now, self-belief might be down because of family, your upbringing in your family. Maybe you've been like gone through bullying. Maybe you have not been very good in a job role and it's made you doubt yourself. I don't know, it could be a negative relationship. There could be a multitude of reasons why you don't have that self-belief in yourself. But it doesn't mean that it's there, it's not there. I really believe that people don't realise their true potential. Like, you guys have more potential than you could ever fathom, that you could ever imagine, that you can ever picture. And the reason they don't picture that potential is because we enclose ourselves in a box of limited beliefs, low self-belief, based on past experiences or what people have said to us, or what you have manifested as an internal language on yourself. So the thoughts and processes of the things that you tell yourself, that's what you feel you believe. So we stutter in our progress, we stutter in our growth, and we never really achieve our full potential. And that creates a deficit, that creates an awful lot of frustration and stress and sadness within ourselves, right? So how do we get that self-belief? Well, I think sometimes being around a community helps. And these are a couple of things I'm just going to spout off. Being around a community definitely, I feel, helps. Being around like-minded people, and I see people with low self-esteem in our groups, in our Brotherhood Elite, in my elite squad, in people I work with privately. And I see that when they're around other people, they are inspired by other people. I feel that they draw strength and self-belief from other people's achievements and other people's ability to overcome adversity, from other people's ability to bounce back from life, from drinking, from going through a divorce, through going through a negative job experience, from not feeling life, not showing up, being stressed, and then suddenly regaining strength in life. And people draw in that strength, and when you're in that community, you build self-belief, right? I think having somebody to help you boost and reassure you in that self-confidence, esteem helps, whether it's a partner, whether it's a coach, whether it's somebody that you watch or listen to, or an audiobook or a book that inspires you and ingrains strength, inner strength within you to improve the performance that you have. And sometimes we need that reassurance. I need that reassurance at times, that I'm doing a good job, that I'm doing the right things, that I am good enough. And sometimes that reassurance is me reassuring me. Like you reassuring yourself. And I think that's an important thing. It's not just relying on others, but slowly building up that inner internal strength yourself. I think routines, structures help. I think understanding order in your life, discipline in your order, I think those things help with your self-belief as well, in terms of showing up and understanding what the bigger picture is. So, I wonder what your seed grade thing would be. What would be your inspiration? What would be your fire? And for many guys, it might not happen. It might not happen right now. But for those that are ready, man, you are going to be unstoppable once you realize it. And we are opening our places to elite movement, and that elite movement, we're going to take you through that process in 90 days. And in 90 days, if you can stick with me and stay with me, man, I'm going to show you your potential to the next level. And if that's you and you want that and you want to be part of our community, which is the greatest community in the UK, if not the world, for men, to get you to that level, then come and join us. Links in the bio. Have a great day.